What an interesting day. Interesting day at the office, we will say, for sure. Um, just kind of hilarious, to be honest with you. I don't think there was one quarterback today who performed well whatsoever. And if I'm a Denver Broncos fan right now, I'm feeling a little bit better about my chances next week against the Patriots after kind of seeing how shitty. I mean, Drake May definitely had some playmaking, but it's not like he played very well. But man, oh man, I don't think you need a quarterback to win this year. Holy fuck, it's pretty. We'll get to it shortly, but like, holy fuck, man, it's just unbelievable. I think the only quarterback today that didn't throw an interception was Matthew Stafford, and he had a 67 rating. So it's not like that's anything to write home about either. But let's start. Which one do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the Houston Texans or the Chicago Bears? Let me just take a look here, see how everything. Sage, do you like the picture? Do you like the picture? Instead of using Grok this time, because Grok doesn't know how to find what I'm looking for, I went with Google, and I just Googled C.J. Stroud serving fresh turnovers. And I believe that was the right choice. I think it's a heck of a picture. I wish it was a little larger, but I mean, since I don't know how to make the fucking things, I might as well. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I like it. It's a good one. All right, we'll start with the first game. I did not watch a ton of the first game, mind you, but certainly had it on. Was certainly kind of following along while I did my stream earlier today. And unbelievable, it's really unbelievable how bad CJ Stroud has been in the playoffs this year. The CJ Stroud, I actually feel like what's kind of happened to him the last 2 years, and more specifically, the last few games here have changed the course of where they're going to go with him drastically. So I think obviously they're going to pick up his fifth-year option. What's the fifth-year option is going to be for what? 25, 30 million, somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit less. Who gives a shit, right? So they'll pick up the fifth-year option, but right now, if I'm Houston, I'm not talking to him about any sort of a long-term extension. He's been crap. CJ Stroud exits the playoffs in 2 games, having 7 turnovers in 8 quarters. 1 turnover every quarter. You can't tell me that if he just literally is a game manager, if he's just a game manager, that Houston's not going to the conference championship. Just a game manager. Just don't turn the ball over. Like, fucking throw for 120 yards. I don't give a shit. They're probably going to be okay. You know what I mean? But, wow. I can't believe I'm about to read the numbers that I'm about to read for C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud today passed and completed 20 passes out of 47 attempts. So that's what? 43% completion percentage, somewhere around there. So the completion percentage is awful. He managed to throw a touchdown to Christian Kirk. Good on him for, at least throwing 1 touchdown. Threw 4 fucking interceptions and had a 28 rating. Now, I'm sure Woody Marks didn't help things by rushing 17 yards on 14 carries. I don't think that helps things, especially in bad weather. Definitely CJ Stroud, the book's out on you, man. You can't play in bad weather whatsoever. You can't throw the ball whatsoever in bad weather. So it's a good thing you guys play in your little cozy, little pathetic division with the Tennessee Titans and the Colts and the Jaguars. I'm going to say, though, Drake May, it's not that it was all great for May either. Drake May had 100 ratings, sure. 3 touchdowns and interception. I mean, he hooked up for 2 big passes this game. I think one was to Booty, and the other was to Stephon Diggs. I think they were 28 and 32-yard strikes. Just going by memory, not sure if that's correct. But, I mean, Drake May fumbled the ball 4 times today. Luckily for him, only lost 2 of them. So, I mean, that's 3 turnovers right there. So, not like Drake May had a great game. And now, all of a sudden, I think I was saying yesterday, like, guaranteed the winner, the winner of this game's going to the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm thinking that way anymore. I'm not sure I'm thinking that way. In Denver, at altitude, that's a difference maker. Sean Payton, yeah, he's got Jarrett Stidham. But how the fuck do we know what, maybe Sean Payton's turned Jarrett Stidham into a fucking Malik Willis. How the fuck do we know what the hell's going back there? If Drake May turns the ball over 2 or 3 times next week, and I mean, he's going up against a defense that's arguably as good or better than Houston, they can come away with it. So I no longer believe, I believe, yeah, New England will be favored next week. They played great defense today, but Drake May has not been good in either of his first 2 playoff games. Has not been very good at all at ball security. He's going to have to do better than that if he does want to bring home a Super Bowl today. Got to do better. Just got to do better. But congrats to New England. I'll be cheering for him next week. But just play a little bit better, Drake May. I mean, that was not your greatest showing today. Let's go over to, and I'm really serious though about C.J. Stroud. Sage, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're the GM of the Texans right now, you look at the fact that he just had seven turnovers in 8 quarters in the playoffs. You have to okay, maybe I can get a better running back. I can improve my offensive line. You can say this about any team at certain areas, right? But you've got really good receivers, a good tight end. Your defense was amazing at all 3 levels, right? Are you not concerned if you're the Texans GM and owner that maybe this isn't the guy that's going to take us to the promised land? Just answer the question, Sage, and we'll get to the next vignette here, okay? Get off the goddamn run escape. Sage says he believes in CJ, and that is why his team is destined for failure. That team being the Tennessee Titans. Now, I got to tell you, the Green Bay Packers looked a lot better in their loss against the Chicago Bears than the Los Angeles Rams looked in their win against the Chicago Bears. Matthew Stafford was a dud today. Passed for under 50% completion. No touchdowns, no interceptions, 67.4 rating, and 258 yards. Luckily for him, the running game wasn't too bad. 111 yards on 31 carries, 87 of which came from Kyron Williams. But I don't know, man. They really didn't look very good. It's a good thing, that the Bears had Brandon McManus. Here's a stat for you. You want to know something about Brandon McManus and how much he fucked me? Brandon McManus, I believe this is a real stat, kicking field goals in the playoffs. I don't know if it's this year or if it was the last 2 years. I believe playoff kickers, McManus has been 3 for 6 as a Packer, and kickers in the playoffs, I think either this year or this year and the year before, 9 for 9. I think it's this year though. So it just kind of shows you what a terrible kicker. And then he's missing points after as well. When your kicker loses you 7 points, it stings a bit. But at least Chicago didn't get a chance to win, because Chicago, honestly, I think they've got a terrible attitude. Their fans, their coach, all that sort of thing. Caleb Williams, I don't know. I have no idea what to say about him. The guy makes some of the craziest throws in the world, and then he does what he did on his 3rd interception of the game tonight. So it really probably should have been Chicago's win. It definitely seemed like, I don't know if Matt Stafford's injured or if he just really can't play in shitty weather, or both. I don't know, but Stafford played awful. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Made the craziest throw, though, from the 41-yard line into the back of the end zone, running backwards. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's tied 17-17, Oh, they're going to do their little comeback thing again. and then, I don't know, just throws up a ball to Cameron Curl, and that was the end of it for them after, a successful drive by the Rams that led to a field goal by some guy named Wevis or Weavis or Revis or Mevis. I don't know his name. I think he was a guy that got cut that they signed. Rams going to have to play a lot better. Bears had a good running game today, 160 yards, 39 carries. But the Rams, I like what they did running the ball today. I certainly like what their defense did, as well. They're going to have to play better. They're going to have to play better. You're only scoring fucking 20 points in overtime against the Chicago fucking Bears. I get cold weather. The Chicago Bears aren't exactly the Seattle Seahawks. So I'll tell you right now, it's looking like a Seattle-New England Super Bowl coming up here soon. But I wouldn't count. I'm after how bad the quarterbacks played this week. I wouldn't be counting out. I wouldn't be counting out the Denver Broncos. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week. There is nothing else that I know of to go over. I've already called C.J. Stroud out for the last time this season. Been starting to prepare on free agents. Been looking at the free agency list. It looks like a weak free agency class, which is not necessarily good. Now, I can only get top 50s. I'd love to be able to actually get like a top 100 for the free agents, but right now it doesn't exist, at least not on my search engine. When I find it, I will, of course, read it and go through it. We won't focus on the draft for a little bit, but soon we'll have to get focus on draft. Probably right after Super Bowl. That's where we'll transition. We'll be ready for free agency. We'll be ready for the draft. But, yeah, for now, let's just see if there's any baseball news. And I don't think there is. The only thing I know is basically... Oh, we got a little bit of news. Not real news, but Ha-Swung Kim, basically injured, going to be out 4 or 5 months. He was a signing by the Atlanta Braves. Rangers signed some guy named Jacob Junis to a 1-year, $4 million contract. Cody Bellinger and the Yankees are at a standstill. Basically, the contract seems to be 5 years, 160 for Cody Bellinger, and the Yankees are not willing to go further than that, apparently. So I don't know how much people like him as a player. If you'd want to go 6 or 7 years with him, or if you'd want to do maybe a 3-4 year deal where you kind of front load something, but this is your shot if you want to pry him away from the Yankees, Blue Jays. Looks like it's increasingly unlikely that Brendan Donovan is going to get traded, as well as Jarren Duran. So a lot of people are holding their breath there. Looks like the Orioles still in the mix for Framber Valdez. And that's your baseball news in a nutshell. So, I'm not going to call Caleb Williams clutch or unclutch. He makes crazy plays, and then he makes plays that are just fucking foolish. That's all I'm going to say about it. I don't think he's clutch or unclutch, but, man, it's kind of funny. You didn't see Ben Johnson acting like a jackass this week. I guess he only acts like a jackass when his team wins. So, Ben Johnson, you can go fuck yourself, unrespectfully. All right, guys, have a good night. We'll be back at it tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, where I believe we'll be playing 7 Days to Die and or Valheim. By and or, I mean or. Still not sure if I'm going to keep Ark. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep Ark. Nathan doesn't seem to want to get Ark, so don't dummy. Don't dummy. Yeah, but you shouldn't be like going woo to after you get a fucking win to your fucking. Just shake the fucking man's hand. You want to shake their hand. You're not getting up in their face. You shake their hand, man. Like, and if you're gonna shake the hand, you make sure you shake the man's hand, Sage. Well, he can woo his way. Okay, now you're gonna woo me. You know what? I wish you were a coach. You put your hand out. You put that fat hand out, and I would fucking pull you in and fucking slam you to the ground. How'd you like that? Fucking planted. Rock bottom. And then, you know what I do after that? I give you a leg drop. Just because I know you're the Hulkster and I want to embarrass you a little bit more. Give you the goddamn lag drop. I fucking will try it. I'll fucking do it. Or maybe I'll pull you in and somehow I'll fucking turn it into an RKO off the top rope. I'll meet you halfway. We'll meet you in Tiverton, Nova Scotia. How's that sound? That sounds about halfway. All right. How's that sound? Tiverton. Come down to Tiverton, Nova Scotia, Sage, and I'll punch you right in the throat. All right. Yeah, Donairs sound good. King of Donair. I mean, the first batch is on you. The next one will be on me. I like where this is headed real quick. Who would have thought that threatening to rock bottom and lag drop someone would bring people closer, you know? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. We're out of here. Have a good night, guys. Sage, go get yourself a Donair and we'll chat tomorrow. All right.